I'm Holly Hodge, a member of the ergonomics team. Now that we have properly learned how to organize and adjust our chair to best fit us, I'm going to show you how to adjust our workstation to best fit us as well. First of all, what we want to do is adjust the work surface height if we can. If we have a sit to stand, that's great, that's ideal. If we do not, which most people on campus do not, we want to get in a position with our chair height that is going to put the work surface so our hands are in a neutral position. So for some people, I'm taller. My task chair works well at this height. If I'm a little more petite, I may need to raise my chair up as high as it can go. And then if my feet feel like they're dangling, because here again, you want to remember to have your feet 90 degrees, your feet flat on the floor with your thighs at 90 degrees. So if you are a little more petite and you raise your chair up to get the right surface height, you may need to use some type of footstool. I do not, so I'm going to tuck that away. Okay, so I'm going to get my chair back adjusted where I need to be. So now that my work surface is good to go, I feel like I'm positioned in my chair correctly, I'm going to then adjust my keyboard, okay? So in all of this, you want to remember to engage your back with the back of the chair, just like Patrick had mentioned to you before. We want to make sure our chair is fully engaged with the back, and we're gonna bring our keyboard tray to us. Always remember to bring your keyboard to you, your tools that you're gonna use towards your body, okay? So the first thing I'm gonna check, I'm going to flip my keyboard tray over. There's these little tabs right here. You want to make sure that your keyboard is flat on your work surface, okay? Part of that reasoning is you want to make sure that your body is in a neutral position. When I have my keyboard tabs up, it automatically makes my wrist do wrist flexion, which can also put some added pressure on your nerves and your arms and your wrist, okay? So make sure those are down. Want everything kind of in a neutral position. All right, and then what I'm gonna do is make sure, I typically like to bring my keyboard all the way to the edge of my desk, okay? So that helps alleviate me resting my wrist on the edge of my desk, which is a harsh kind of angled surface right there, okay? So I'm gonna make sure that I'm pulling my keyboard to me. Here again, I don't have any opportunity to cut into my wrist, which is your median nerve, which later can lead to issues in the future. Now, if you do have a palm support, okay, which is a padded bar that kind of runs right along your keyboard tray, that is fine, as long as it is supporting your palm only, okay? Nothing should cut right here into this surface, okay? So, I'm gonna bring my keyboard to me. Make sure my back is engaged with the back of the chair. Now, I'm going to see my monitor and see how far away or how close it should be. A good rule of thumb is you know that you want it an arm's length away. Okay? That's a little close. I might kind of pull it back a little bit. Typically, you want it an arm length away. So I've got my back fully engaged with the back of the chair. I'm reclining a little bit. Got my keyboard right here. My arms are in a good neutral position. I'm an arm length away, okay? So if you do not have a monitor arm and your height seems to be a little bit off too, typically you want it right from the top of the monitor down 15 degrees is where ideally your screen should be. So if you need to adjust that height, if it's too low or too high, typically there's some type of adjustment on the back of your screen. If it needs to go higher and you don't have that adjustment, you can easily add some reams of paper, some books to kind of elevate that. Next, I want to bring all my tools close to me. So next important thing would be your mouse. If you are a mouse user, I don't want my mouse far away. Okay, so when my mouse is even a little bit remotely attached this way, I am extending my arm, typically reaching for that. So if you notice if at the end of the day your right side or your arm that you're typically mousing with, your shoulders start to feel a little tight, try this tool and bringing your mouse pad and your mouse closer to your body. everything is right here that I'm reaching for. My back is still fully engaged with the back of the chair, and I'm not reaching for anything, okay? Here again, I'm not pulling up close, trying to multitask in different areas. I'm bringing everything towards me, all right? Then next would be an important factor. If I'm answering the phone, and I'm on the phone frequently, I'm going to make sure my phone is pulled as close to me as possible, that I'm not reaching too much, for the phone. If I'm on the phone a lot, you should consider a headset, something that's gonna take that pressure off of constantly trying to hold and multitask. That's not great for your neck. Okay, so consider that as an option. All right, so I've kind of got my workspace here. Everything's a little bit closer towards me. Next, well, let's talk about lighting, okay? Lighting can cause eye strain in different scenarios. It's always great to have two sources of light. Where you have an overhead light, you can control that. The more you can control, the better. So a simple table lamp or adjustable task light is always great. Where I'm working on something and I need to look and see what I am reading, you typically want your light source to fall below the eyes so you're not looking directly into a light bulb or anything like that. I can clearly read what I need to be working on, and I'm translating it here in a very neutral position. Okay? Each workspace is a little bit different. The team here is available to accommodate, set up a consultation to help work your space best to fit you. Thank you.